welcome back to our channel Petite Harmony. Today we're reviewing the 19th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Avengers Infinity Wars. Woo! Wow. So I'm going to talk about the plot of Avengers Infinity War. It was simple, but I'm going to speak about it anyway. So we meet Thanos on a quest to obtain all of the Infinity Stones from their protected places. And of course our heroes are there to stop him from doing that because his ultimate plan is to destroy half the universe. So yeah, the plot, as Carmela mentioned, very simple, very easy to follow through. There wasn't too many subtext or little plot lines. There was just kind of a cohesive plot throughout, which Marvel's actually quite known for. I think they really stick to the storyline and don't deviate from it, and you don't really get lost in it. But really, I think it gave them enough room to incorporate all the characters there, because if you had too many complex plot twists or plot lines with that many characters, I think the story could have got lost, right? Yeah, definitely. You had Captain America, Black Widow, Spider-Man, Iron Man. You had the Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord, Groot, Gamora, Rocket, yeah, Mantis, Drax, and Nebula. Okay, I don't know the rest. I can't. It's like the word game. Like, I don't know, but you had basically a lot of the favorites. You didn't have Hawkeye, obviously. You didn't have Ant-Man. Yeah, but I don't think there was room for all of them, because to be honest, there were so many characters, and I think they put a lot of the favourites in there. There was a bit of controversy about not adding Hawkeye. No one really cares about Hawkeye. I'm joking. I'm joking. So, pertaining to the plot, the characters that needed to be there were there. That's why probably Ant-Man and Hawkeye weren't there, because the stories are not aligning to the plot yet. So down the line, they're obviously going to be included. Hopefully, they'll be included so that it will just advance the plot in their own way. So what characters do you think kind of stepped up to the plate? Or oh yeah, you had Thor, by the way, just remember one. What characters do you think stepped up to the plate? So characters I feel that stepped up to the plate, I really liked how they were in groups and teams. I liked how you got to see the different dynamics that were placed together. Like when we had Thor and his adventure, I really thought he was one of the characters that stepped up to the plate. Like you got to see how powerful he really was, and I really loved him in this film. I liked him in the other films. I loved him in Thor Ragnarok, but I completely loved him in this film. He was so good. And you did see a lot of, as she said, the storylines, the dynamics. So there was, when you had Doctor Strange and Iron Man, you had two men who were obviously brilliant in their own right, kind of slightly egotistical. Yeah, so obviously Iron Man clashed with Doctor Strange, and in the past he's clashed with Captain America. So I think he's the problem, to be honest. But anyways, you got to see those dynamics. It wasn't always like, yeah, we're a team together. Sometimes it's like, I think we should do it this way, and the other things that they should do it another way. So of course, the film titled Infinity was going to have a lot of action in it, and I felt like the action in this film was fantastic. Yeah, of course, it's Avengers Infinity War, so you're going to see some battles, right? Obviously, from the jump, from the start of the film, just like the first Avengers film, where you have that scene with Loki, you again have a scene with Loki and a battle from the start, and that kind of set the tone, so it wasn't lacking in action at all. On to talk about cinematography. Like, does Marvel ever disappoint this arena? No. They raise the bar, they set it, then they raise it again. Like, they set their own benchmarks. I think they're really competing with themselves here. Basically, the CGI, I mean, what is budget? Like, it's like, we need to do that, we're gonna do it. You don't Marvel is competing. We're gonna spend whatever we need to spend. Yeah, one thing that I liked that they did with the audio was when the characters appeared on screen, their soundtrack from their film would echo along, so you'd know, oh, this person's coming up. And I really like when films pay attention to detail in that way. So overall, I felt that this film was absolutely amazing. It lived up to all expectations. It didn't disappoint at all. Like, I was just blown away by everything. I know I had a film keep me on the balls of my feet like this whilst watching it. It was truly an amazing experience.
It did stand up in the cinema.
They delivered like fully on this, because there's some worries that may be too comedic. Like there were some concerns with Thor Ragnarok being so comedic when the story actually has a lot of dark storylines along with it. But I felt like this film managed to balance that. There was some perfect comedic timing with some characters like Drax, and there are parts that were really sad, and the audience was just, you could just hear a pin drop if you wanted to. It was just
cut the tension with
it was like.
So overall, this film gets from two Marvel fans Petite Harmony score of 9.8. So now we're on to the spoiler part of this review. If you don't want to hear any spoilers because you haven't seen the film, click X, and before you do that, comment, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, and you know, enjoy. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
tell us what you feel. But yeah, now we're on to the nitty gritty spoilers. So we're going to talk about our favourite character and why. One thing I like about Marvel is the fact that they have comedy in the right places at the right time. Someone who had the best comedic timing, I think, of maybe I would say of all the films I've seen thus far is Drax, who is one of the Guardians of the Galaxy, played by Batista. He just inserted humour in the funniest ways. Like one of the lines that he said was like, I can't remember what they were saying. They were like
either like, who's Gamora?
Yeah, who's Gamora? And like, where's Gamora? Who's Gamora?
I do one better.
Why Gamora?
I was laughing so much.
Obviously, if you've seen it, you know what we're talking about. You have to see it to understand the humour. But everyone was laughing in the cinema.
Even though it was hard to pick my favourite character of this film, but I really did love Drax as well, because I loved the comedic timing, like she was saying. It was perfect, and one thing I liked about the film and the whole comedic timing, it didn't substitute the sad parts for comedy. Like, didn't have, a sad part and be like, is he still breathing? Or something like that. No, it was just, they stopped to it. Now onto a topic that's caused controversial conversations in the Marvel universe, such as the villains. Thanos, for me, took all those worries, took all those fears and just dumped them in the ocean. He's the best villain that I've seen in any MCU movie and any superhero movie in recent years.
Basically, all those critics who said Marvel doesn't really do it very well, I think they might be silenced, because I was shook. He was so lifelike.
Whenever he came into a scene, the stakes were raised. I know I felt that way watching a Marvel film. Like when he entered the scene, I thought someone could go. Like,
yeah, who's dying? Who's
someone
right now? He loved one thing and he killed it. His daughter Gamora.
Yeah, to basically obtain this Soul Stone, he basically gave Gamora up.
That's when I realized, okay, everybody dead.
Yeah, basically, I was thinking, bye heroes.
Who's going first?
Yeah, he was going first. Like, he was literally an unstoppable force. Like, you saw right from the start of the movie how threatening he was when he took on Hulk, to the point that Hulk didn't want to come out because he was so scared of Thanos.
The Hulk
you
was
didn't
shook.
see Hulk. You saw 1 minute, and then you didn't see Hulk throughout the whole film.
So we're going to talk about our favourite scene. My personal favourite scene is when Thor enters Wakanda, and how he enters Wakanda. Like, okay, Thor's been going on this journey. He's had his brother Loki killed by Thanos. He hasn't got his hammer, so he's going on a journey to get a hammer to be able to fight in this war, because he wants to fight. He wants to come back and avenge his brother and save the world. And then he just came smashing up things, and it's more a scene that you actually get to, when you see it, you understand what I'm talking about. He just came in epic.
One of my favourite scenes was when Captain America appeared, when they were fighting the Black Order.
Yes.
I love that scene so much, because I don't know, I got chills when he appeared on screen. She's like, to save the day.
She almost knocked my Tango Orange out of my hand.
Literally, because the Black Order were trying to get Vision, and Wanda wasn't doing such a good job of protecting him, and then all of a sudden Captain America comes out. Captain America comes out and he's all like,
I'm back. he was like, I'm back.
And Black Widow comes with him and they just tag team. In this film, there were a lot of emotional parts, such as like when Loki was killed, such as when Heimdall was killed. Gamora, which her death was really sad for me as well.
I kind of
because it affected. I didn't see it coming completely until when they started saying what he needed to do to get the stone. I was like, you're dead. It affected Peter Quill, Star-Lord, who messed up the whole thing.
He messed up everything.
He messed up the whole thing.
That was the only chance that they had to get the glove off Thanos, and that's when his emotions came out when he found out his love for his life, Gamora, had been taken. So he just messed up the whole thing, and then Thanos was like, "Oh,
you got it." They were this close, and then yeah.
So the penultimate ending is probably one of the saddest Marvel endings I've ever seen.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not even gonna.
Everybody was sugarcoat
like it. I cried.
Carmela cried like a baby, and
people were crying. I knew people were gonna go, but I didn't think it would be like this.
And then it ended. While everyone was being taken, I thought that something would happen where we'd see, like, next scene, someone saying, "Oh, you thought you'd won, but and you know, everybody come back." But
no,
it wasn't.
That Spider-Man scene was
Spider-Man and Iron Man,
because everyone was going away like, but he actually had words. He had a conversation, and he was so cute. Like,
and that's when everybody was crying.
That's when I started crying. I was like, yeah, I got my tissues out, and I was just crying when it came.
So the film obviously ends on a cliffhanger, right? You've seen half the universe supposedly being taken, and then at the end of the film, you had one ending credit, which showed Nick Fury and
Maria Hill
being taken as well. But before being taken, Nick Fury manages to send a page, I think, to none other than
Captain Marvel.
Miss Marvel. So you're kind of seeing what's going to come and who's going to be introduced into the whole cinematic universe. So now we're going to give you our predictions of what's going to happen, right? I think we have like a similar prediction. So let's go back to when Doctor Strange is fading away on one planet. What planet were they on? I can't remember what planet they were on.
Titan. They were on Titan. Thanos' home planet.
They were on Titan, his home planet, of course. And basically he's saying to Iron Man as he's fading away, it was the only way, right?
When the end came out.
Endgame, yeah? Only way. And remember in the film he said he'd seen 14 million ways of how this whole thing ended, and there was one way in which they succeeded. So I'm thinking he might have somehow done something with his powers to get into maybe a different dimension in which all these people who kind of faded away are kind of placed, right? I don't know. So I don't think they're dead, obviously. I don't really think they're dead. I think they're just in hiding, essentially, waiting for, maybe come up with a plan, waiting for a way to enter back. Who knows?
They could be in hiding, or maybe he did something where there may be an essence of time travel involved in the future. I think maybe they could go back in time to try and stop some of the things that have happened. I don't know. That could be one of the...
Yes, that's actually that's a good one. I think maybe they are, actually. So that's our review. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And we'll see you soon.
Bye.